So the Michael movie released today on streaming, and last week I actually checked out the Michael the Verdict documentary on Netflix, and it just was just a bunch of the same thing. There was definitely no new evidence or new information given. There was a little bit more context maybe from some of the jurors and some of the people that was close to the trial, but really there was not a lot of extra information or more thought-provoking things within this documentary. And what I thought was more profound was when Michael Jackson's lead lawyer, Thomas Miseru, was asked like why he wasn't part of the documentary. He was like, why? Because this doesn't need to be documented anymore.
Why do we need a documentary in the middle of this that goes back 21 years in a case where he was completely exonerated?
It was something that happened 21 years ago. The jury sent a very blunt message that he was not guilty. They stewed over the evidence and deliberated for 8 days, came back with a not guilty verdict on all of the charges. And ultimately, he's right. He was found not guilty based on the preponderance of the evidence, and he was not guilty. Since there's no new evidence, then they're not going to open up the case again. Then why now? And it's money, right? You know, I'm sure that Netflix is just not the epitome of morals, and they're in it for profit. This movie that they have made is going to pass the $1 billion mark. It is literally Lionsgate's most profitable movie that they've ever made, and why would they not profit off of that? You know, they're going to put something out, they're going to profit off of it. Now, does that mean that it's right? So I'm going to just say, you know, it's not really worth the watch if you think you're going to watch it to get some new evidence or some new context for what happened. You're not really going to get into that. You know, they did do a half-ass job of, you know, having both sides of the story, but it was definitely kind of skewed more towards the negative side versus the positive side. And, you know, it's just another way for Netflix to make money. That's all it was.